Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Tucson. We're back here on another Saturday morning at 7:30 at 106 The Groove. And we are here for our mission where we believe everyone deserves a new beginning. You know how we do it. We're fighting on restorative justice. We're fighting to reduce recidivism and to make an impact in the Pima County area. We are excited for our events that is coming up. So remember that we are having our brunch, our fundraiser at the St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. And we want you to be there, beat us there, or meet us there. It's going to be 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, September 20th at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. Our cost is $35. We're asking for you to sponsor a table. We're really trying to raise some good money to be able to make an impact in our community. A table of 8. So get a table and put 8 people, and we're ready to rock and roll. $250, and that $250 is going to go a long way on helping our brothers and sisters who has been formerly incarcerated. Why, Dr. Holt, are you raising this money? Because that's a good question, and I got a great answer for you.
Amen.
We want to again bring for the 5th season in the row the largest public safety event in the history of Tucson. Y'all know what it is. It's at the TCC going downtown. So see us there October 18th. On Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's the Fresh Start Expo. So our fundraiser brunch is helping us raise funds so we can again bring this to you 5 times. What did I say? 5 times. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 times. It's going to be the 5th time in a row that we are bringing the Fresh Start Expo to the city of Tucson. We're going to be at the TCC. You know where we are. Listen, we're helping with restoration of rights, squashing warrants, fine reduction. We got marijuana expungement, juvenile expungement, felony-friendly employment, you name it, come on down. And if you qualify, we may be able to seal your felony record. So listen, take advantage of the opportunities that is going down here at the Fresh Start International Organization. So again, the first event, come on down. Let's help us raising some money. We're going to be at the St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church on Saturday, September 20th, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. So we're going to be there. Get you a table, $250, all right? And Paul, all your cousin them, everybody go to church and them. Get them all from the hood, from the neighborhood, from Western Hills all the way up to the foothills. You are all invited to be a part of this brunch. So we're excited. And one of our guest is here who is a major partner with Fresh Start. We are so appreciative of them being with us, and that's the Goodwill. You heard me say it again. The Goodwill of Tucson is one of our major partners, and they are in the building, in the studio live with us today, and they're going to be our special guest. But we also got our co-host Tom Cortez in the building, and I just want to just express my attitude of gratitude to this brother. He's been our new coordinator of our events this year, and he is doing a fabulous job. You know, I'm all over the world, so literally,
that's real.
So to have someone anchored locally to be doing some of this work, we want to give a shout out to Tom for his amazing work. Tom, what's going on, my friend?
Thank you, brother, for that shout out. I appreciate it. And Pima County, Tucson, it's time to get ready. We got a bunch of events coming up. Next Wednesday, we got the Rally for Reentry at Pima College downtown campus at the Amethyst Room, July 23rd from 10 a.m. to noon. Okay, get out there. There's going to be a lot of people from the reentry community that are there. If you need resources to move forward, or if you are a resource and need to collaborate with people, one of the greatest collaborations we have had here at Fresh Start is to be able to join with Goodwill of Southern Arizona and have our clinic events during the year at their facilities. It's been wonderful, and it's been a great teamwork event. They have an event coming up August 7th, which is the Second Chance event. And there's people from all over the community, from the federal prison, from Goodwill, Judge Pyle, that are part of this Second Chance movement. And they have a job fair and a resource fair at the TCC. And they're going to have that on August 7th. And it's from 1 to 4 in the afternoon, if I'm correct. And it's going to be packed. And you're going to need to get out there and get out there early and get a resume and contact Arizona at Work so you can get that resume done so you can be ready. Contact DKA. Go over there, get a suit of clothes so you can come there looking good. Contact us or contact one of these members from Second Chance. They'll get you a free haircut at Sports Clips so you can get cut, you can get clothed, and you can get cleaned up on your background if you come out there. And you can have a future with all of the different resources that are going to be available to you. So we have our friends, Bear Barley and Lisa Laboure from Goodwill of Southern Arizona. They're representing Second Chance today in the Second Chance event on August 7th. You guys can bring it in and talk about the event, talk about all the resources we're going to have there, the jobs, and everything. Bear, come on in.
Hello, how you doing, Tom and Dr. Holt?
Yes.
I want to thank you guys for, having us today. It's a real honor to represent Second Chance Tucson and be able to talk about the upcoming job fair that's being hosted August 7th, 2025 from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Tucson Convention Center. We're going to have, for job seekers who will attend, there'll be brief workshops on how they could work a job fair. For those people that show up early, we'll have a resource fair from 12 to 4 p.m. To resource folks before the job fair starts at 1 p.m. This is, Second Chance Tucson's 10th annual reentry job fair that they're hosting, and it's such a milestone, and it's such a big need for our community.
Awesome. I'm excited about this. The city of Tucson is really blessed to have Second Chance and Fresh Start.
Yes, sir.
At it hard.
That's
I
real.
think that's
Yes.
very
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times when we're in these re-entry spaces and recidivism spaces, a lot of times we try to do a lot of silo work and be all the way over here. I always try to say, hey, we're better together.
Amen.
And I think that this is very powerful for Second Chance and Fresh Start to be coming together in the same year doing something. Fresh Start bringing that employment piece. We handle those legal issues, which go tie in together, right? Because what is one of the biggest barriers of employment? Is that felony that's constantly tracking people. So, no, we're excited. So tell us, for people that may be interested, maybe have some different skill sets coming out of prison, what type of jobs that may be available?
Lisa, do you want to speak to that? I know that right now, currently, Dr. Holt, we have around 28 or 29 employers from across different industries, from in-demand industries like construction to IT to healthcare industries. You want to talk a little bit about some of the employers that have already signed up to be at the job fair?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like Bear said, so we have a whole host of industries, kind of the whole spectrum there. So from construction, we have some behavioral health industries. We even have, and I think this is the first time ever, the Arizona Department of Corrections has signed up as an employer.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So this is kind of
That's incredible.
It is so incredible. We have some of our regular employers that we have had over the years, but we're also expanding out to new employers, and we want to continue to expand, right? That's the whole thing about Second Chance Tucson.
Yeah.
It's the community coming together, right? It's in honor of Second Chance, the act that passed, and it's really us coming together as a community, right? To provide opportunities for individuals coming out. So yeah, we have various behavioral health agencies that are there, Jim Click Automotive, Ace Industrial. We have some home health landscaping, construction industry. So it's a little bit of a mix for everyone. And like Bear said, they'll be hosting half-hour workshops prior to going into the job fair. So individuals can go in there and kind of brush up on that elevator speech, or me in 30 seconds or 60 seconds to kind of get comfortable when they do go in and visit those employers.
I think another important thing about the Second Chance Job Fair, it gives an opportunity for employers to recruit qualified, motivated employees with a support system working with them to ensure success. When you online them or bring them into your organization, they already have an ecosystem built around them where they've received some soft skill training. They've done some trauma-informed type workshops. They've, maybe had the opportunity to skill up in some areas or come through a workforce development program where they've gotten credentialed, and it'll help them big. Coming out August 7th, they'll get to showcase all their hard work.
Yeah, that's awesome. I tell you that we can't get enough of these type of resources, especially career type of jobs. Something to be proud of, something to be able to put real food on the table, have benefits, have retirement, all of those different things. And this is really, really huge. I'm excited for this job fair. We want people, if you're listening, listen to the Fresh Start Show with Dr. Hope. Tom Cortez, our co-host, is with us. You're listening to us on the 106 The Groove. Listen, if you're listening, you got family members in your neighborhood, in your church, in your community, spread the word so they can come on out, because this is really, really huge. Let me ask you this, which I kind of know the answer, but you guys are the expert in your fields. When a person is not getting employment, what type, far as recidivism, what's the time frame someone that can't put food on the table, getting out of prison, not getting a good quality job, that they have a propensity of going back to prison?
Huge. I think people need. Oh.
Go ahead, Ron.
I think it's huge. People need purpose in life.
Yeah.
And that's what employment does. It gives them something to look forward to every day. It helps them build self-esteem. It improves their quality of life. They're able to pay for those basic needs without having to tap, public entitlement programs. So of course that makes you feel like you're standing on your own, and that's what we want to do for the ladies and gentlemen that have been impacted by the justice system and being released back into our community. By doing this for them, it's a big welcome home.
Yeah. So employment is more than just a check, then.
Yes, absolutely. You know that, Dr. Hope. you know that. It's way more than a check.
Yeah. No,
can I add?
Yeah,
I'd like to add
yeah.
that employment is, for our mental health.
Sure.
Right?
Yes, most
So
definitely.
you need to be purposeful. You need to be learning, right?
Yeah.
So I think idle minds and idle hands, and I think this is the great thing about this partnership and this partnership with our community, right?
Yeah.
So having that opportunity to come and explore. Some of these individuals might have been in one industry, and now they get to explore other industries. There's also apprenticeship training programs that are there,
I like
right?
that.
So they can learn about
So
those
trades.
opportunities that are available for
Yeah,
available
the one
for
trucking
them.
company, I know they do that.
There's
yeah.
So Will and the unions are going to be there for the
Yeah.
apprenticeships. So just learning about if someone's like just looking for, for immediate work or their long-term career or investing or looking into a career. I think the other good thing too, or the other nice thing is that we do resource/job fair. So, family, you're going to come out there and see what's available for resources, right?
Yeah.
So we have resources, we have behavioral health, we have
Fresh Start.
We have
Yeah,
First gonna be
well,
there.
I was going to say, I really wanted to say, for Dr. Holt and you, Tom, I think Tucson as a community has a unique opportunity here with Fresh Start International and Second Chance being in the same
Yeah,
community,
same community.
and partnering.
Yeah.
We were able to marry services together and
Yeah.
get more out of less.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
if we can just come together and build those relationships,
Yeah.
and you know, I just thanks to Dr. Holt and Lance Meeks, I'm learning a lot about relationship building, and you know, it's a great thing. I just think as a
Yeah.
community,
Yeah.
we can really support the ladies and the gentlemen that are coming home from being
Absolutely.
incarcerated, you know, between these two organizations.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't really think there's anything else like it sitting in the same city,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Well,
in
now
the
we're
state.
saying 3 organizations.
Yeah,
Goodwill
you
is
might as
right
well
in the
throw
middle of
Goodwill in that
Yeah,
story
Goodwill,
too.
yeah,
I mean,
Goodwill is
absolutely.
up
You
in
know,
there.
I mean,
Goodwill
with
of
the
Southern
clinics,
Arizona
yeah.
is
Yeah.
we're on the move, and we
Yeah.
feel proud to partner with Fresh Start International and
Yeah.
Second Chance of
Second Chance.
Tucson.
Yeah, yeah, very, very powerful. That's why I love having Tom at the forefront of the work because he has the lived experience. He understands. He relates. It's organic rapport
Sure.
with him because you know, man, when you've been in, man, people
not
don't
easy.
want you to talk that talk. They
It's
want you to
not
be able to
easy,
walk that walk.
right?
They want you to know to have that experience and know their pain and understands the heartache and pain of rejection. Somebody telling you no and telling you no again
Over
and
again.
telling you
Yeah.
no again.
That's
I mean,
right.
them no's just keep
That's
on
right.
piling up to where you have to never give up on hope.
Yep.
You can never give up on hope. So Tom, just chime in a little bit. You know, I know you got more of some of the lived experience, and you know, he's doing well with his landscaping business, and you know, so he's into the entrepreneurship, and I think that's an
That's
option
huge.
as
That's
well.
Yeah,
another
that's huge.
huge
Kudos to
opportunity
Tom.
for
He's
Yeah.
building something
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
And kudos to Tom.
Ultimately, when I got out, I got connected with men of integrity,
Okay.
with men that weren't in the game,
Right.
Yeah.
with men that did it the right way their entire lives,
Yeah.
and they were still having fun.
Right.
And I got in with these guys, and they changed my whole perspective.
Mm.
I looked at things differently, and they were very relaxed about
Sure.
every moment. And they taught me, don't get excited about it, just do it.
Absolutely.
Just do it.
What a great philosophy.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
what a
mean,
great philosophy.
Absolutely. But my big thing is with the Goodwill, I wanted to mention that you guys run a program which has internships, which has training, which has resume writing, which at Goodwill of Southern Arizona. So, I mean, having all of these people together working toward the same goal, we have no
Yes.
choice but to be successful.
Mhm.
But we need something else. We need employers.
Right.
Yes.
Right? And
Yes.
if you're an employer or you're sitting there and you have a job and you work for an employer, you can talk to that employer. Because I'm going to tell you that there are benefits, government benefits, federal government benefits through insurance and through a bonding program that if you were to hire an ex-convict, you would receive these benefits from the federal government for as long as you keep them employed. Sign up, man. You are going to pick up a workforce that is very dedicated, that is very loyal, and that is a sponge, and they just want to learn so they can do stuff and they can create. And once they're able to create, bro, then they can stand up, shoulders back, chin up.
Yeah,
Look at
absolutely.
me.
Absolutely. You know, and I'm thinking too, from my lens as a professional, as a doctor, and I know trauma and mental health is huge in incarceration. We may need to start considering doing a trauma mental health clinic for
Oh,
that would be
incarcerated
great,
I
Dr.
think
Hope.
that's
That would be
just bring
fantastic.
just
That's-
bringing
idea.
doctors, therapists,
Yeah.
to say
Fantastic.
all we
Yeah.
everything we do today is going to be for free. We want
Yeah.
your information. We want to take you on as a client. We
Interest,
want to give you
yes.
you know maybe 4 free sessions.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I think it's just my thing because
Mhm.
the way the brain works, how it's been rewired in incarceration, sometimes mentally, emotionally, they're not available or ready,
Mm-hmm.
right? So to be able to take advantage of some of these second chance opportunities and fresh start opportunities, sometimes mental health and trauma is a barrier
Yep.
that we don't
Totally.
we don't
That's right.
address those
Yeah.
root causes, and I think that's a missing
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah,
is that
and
something that's
absolutely.
really purposeful and strategic?
Yeah, and I think you guys can actually speak to this because you work with a lot of people that are coming back from the system, and we constantly say, everybody's always saying rehabilitate, rehabilitate.
Right.
You can't rehabilitate something that's never been habilitated.
Right.
And you guys
Right.
run
Absolutely.
across
Yeah.
the habilitation issue. We have to take them from ground zero.
Yeah.
You got to start
Yeah.
at zero.
You
Yeah.
can't start at
Yeah.
32 years old. He's got to have a life of experience. That's not true.
Yeah, yeah. And
These
then-
men are coming out of there and they had no life prior
Right,
to that.
Right, absolutely.
And I think from my perspective, is that I can show you on an MRI what your brain looks like in prison.
That's right.
I would love to see
Right.
that.
Oh, yeah.
So looking at those brain scans and seeing how the frontal lobe is impacted, and that's
Right.
where you make your choices. That's where
Right.
you make your decisions
Yeah.
in that prefrontal cortex. Well, that cortex of the brain is heavily impacted when you have been into an incarcerated space for a long time.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing is, because people don't really care about incarcerated populations, nobody dare to invest in the science
That's right.
Right.
to say, okay, this is what your brain look. That's why I'm saying,
Because we can't be paid for it.
right.
Right.
So
Right,
that's why I'm
right.
saying I think we probably need to look at hosting the first trauma mental health clinic for
I
incarcerated
like it.
populations.
I think that's awesome.
Where we just call on all the clinicians and
Yeah.
all of the doctors to come in on one day as vendors and just take on clients, have them just talk to people and get some stuff set up, and then having appointments after the event, and do something more on the annual on the strategic level. So I'm always thinking of more ways how we can really be bringing, I think, the healing part.
Yeah.
Healing part.
Well, the trauma workshops are something that is absolutely essential for people coming out of prison, because you are going to be confronted by triggers.
Yeah.
You are going to be
All the time.
confronted by precipitating events to triggers. And if you don't have the toolbox available to you, those triggers are going to put you back in there.
Yeah.
And that's why we've been screaming for years to try to get trauma workshops in the prison system before they get out.
So logical.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's so logical, but let me ask you, because when energy, I think this is the thing too, that we wanna remove barriers, right, beyond barriers, and for people, and I see that just when people are coming out, everything's fast, right? You get out, they find a place, they gotta find a place to live, and you need to find a job. There's no like breathing time for people to even like address some of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And like ease into
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
real.
So it's important we create those spaces.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
We have
yeah.
to be
Right.
purposeful about creating
Right.
those spaces in our
And
community,
some
because,
time.
I
Yeah.
think Dr. Holt hit it off right when he was talking about the Fresh Start Expo. It's about public safety.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if we can create, those spaces, as a community, we become safer.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. No, that's very, very powerful. This is very powerful. I'm looking forward to you guys coming back. I'm looking forward to this second chance. We're going to be there. We're going to be with you guys. And usually when we have Fresh Start, Goodwill is with us, and Second Chance is with us. It's a family affair.
Absolutely.
The issue is way too big for one organization.
Yep.
So the more that we're the power of collaboration, coming together in partnerships, the better, the safer our communities are going to be. I'm really interested of looking at some real trauma workshops,
Yeah.
something that's continual,
We'll
not just
count Goodwill
haphazard.
in.
Yeah.
We want to
Come
be
on
on
board.
board.
Yeah,
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 absolutely.
it's
We wanna
time.
be on board
It's
and
time
see
to get
where
our
we can
brothers and
help.
sisters start
Totally.
healing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right, because they're not just integrating in community; they're going back to families.
Right.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need them to be whole and healing at the best versions of themselves. Well, we're closing out. We got just a few minutes. Any last things you want us to know? Any upcoming events with Goodwill coming up?
No, we just at Goodwill, we have our Goodwill, we have our career centers across town where
Okay.
people can go get resume help, cover letters, job seeking before job search help before the actual August 7th job fair. We are holding orientations around town right now. The next one is July 23rd, and it'll be held at the Goodwill Center at 1703 West Valencia. And the one after that will be the next day, July 24th, from 1:30 to 3 p.m. at the Goodwill Career Center on 3925 North Flowing Wells. And then the final one is July 31st. It'll be at the Goodwill Silver Lake main campus, which is at 1940 West Silver Lake, Suite 401. And and I want to just another quick plug. Do not forget about the reentry rally that's happening this coming week. Lisa?
I think to note, our Beyond Barriers program, right, is recruiting as well. But any of that information, you can go on secondchance tucson.org website to find those locations for those orientations, or any of the websites?
And if you're an employer looking to sign up for the job fair, again, you can go to www.secondchancetucson.org as an employer, and you can sign right up there, right on the site.
All right, thank you guys. You did really good with 25 seconds left on the show. So thank you for coming and joining us. We're looking forward to
Thank
Second
you.
Chance and collaborating and doing some amazing things. So everybody's been listening. This is the Fresh Start Show on 106 The Groove. We're here every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. So come on out and let's make a difference. You need a job? Come on out and let's give you a second chance and a brand new fresh start. Take care. God bless. Have a great weekend.